You know, if you take everything I've accomplished in my entire life and condense it down into one day, it looks decent.
Stay woke, go broke.
My dad used to tell me.
I'm screaming.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of The Decent Show. It is your host, Ryan and Reagan, here to talk about content we've consumed, and we're here to create it for you. Reagan, what is happening?
Nothing. Couldn't have said it better myself. You use both the words consume and create.
It's really what I'm all about now. This episode is going to have some good stuff in it. We're going to talk a little bit about just kind of catching up, filling in the holes of previous episodes, talk about a little Oscar results. Since we do talk about movies all the time, might as well talk about, I guess, their biggest award show.
Yeah, it's funny that it's such an afterthought to us.
Yeah, the guy I work with that's obsessed with movies, I told you he's obsessed with the Oscars. He was literally trying to live stream it while at work because he didn't want to miss a second of the Oscars, and he had it recorded at the house and all this stuff. And we're not even allowed to have our phones out. He could get in trouble. It's not
it's
big trouble,
of a deal, no.
but it was a big enough deal to him that he had to live stream it on his phone. So yeah, watching it on the ABC streaming app. But yeah, and then us, we don't seem to care at all. I'll try to watch all the movies that were nominated and stuff, but I don't care that much.
Let's just talk about it now. What? So, spoiler alert: Parasite cleaned up.
Yeah, still haven't seen that one. I don't even know what else was in there for Best Picture. I guess what were the other
Joker.
nominees? Ford, Ferrari.
Yeah.
What about Good Day in the Neighborhood?
Probably. If not, that's ridiculous. If it's not, honestly.
Did you see it?
I saw none of those movies.
You should. Good Day in the Neighborhood's pretty rough. I don't know.
Exactly.
It's just sad.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just a drama. And then, what's that other one?
Ford v Ferrari.
Solid movie. And then Joker.
Exactly. Jordan was explaining it to me. He said that he's like, yeah, I do. I watched Parasite the other day. I totally, it's good. It's a lot like Joker, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch it then.
You said it's good. It's a lot like Joker.
Yeah,
but it can't mean it's a lot better, obviously, because it got Best Picture.
Yeah, obviously, and it's got 99% or something. But yeah, it's. I don't know, dude. It's just not for me. It's not something I care about.
Well, I need to see it because the other nominees for Best Picture were 1917 Ford vs. Ferrari, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and then Parasite. Oh, there's a lot. Excuse me, sorry. 1917 Ford, Ferrari, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, Irishman, Little Women, Jojo Rabbit, and Marriage Story. So I thought I had seen all of them, but I didn't realize there was a second page. But I need to complete The Irishman. Somebody told me Little Women sucked. Jojo Rabbit looked weird. Marriage Story looks boring. And I've already seen most of the other movies, so I need to see Parasite. But I can tell you right now that out of all these movies, I didn't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Wasn't crazy about Joker. 1917 was okay. But so far, Ford Ferrari is my favorite of these movies.
Really? You liked Ford v Ferrari over 1917?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know why.
You just do.
Because 1917 should be better than it.
Maybe it just appeals to you more because it's based on a true story kind of thing.
Yeah, probably. 1917 is based on a true story.
Is it?
Sorta. It's war. It's realistic enough.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But
it's shorter. Ford Ferrari is 2.5 hours, but it's gonna sound gay, but I'm not gay. Sorry, not. I like two men together.
Go broke.
Yeah, go. I support that, but I just feel that what I'm about to say is pretentious.
That'd be a great thing to put on your voting sign or whatever, money, vote for office. I'm good with that. That's just what it says. He'll fight for your right.
Yeah. Yeah. So the story and character development and the acting, that type of stuff, that was just really solid in that movie. It made it very enjoyable, and Matt Damon and Christian Bale had a weird chemistry about them that was enjoyable. I don't know. But it's also because Joker was super slow. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was really slow and didn't make much sense. But the acting was good in that movie as well. But Ford Ferrari just was shorter than Hollywood and kept your attention better, and I think was less hyped. I guess I had a lot lower expectations when I saw that movie.
Yeah, like to me, I haven't seen that movie, so I really shouldn't be talking about it. But just from the backlash and the way people talk about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like nominated for Best Picture, I don't know, man.
Well, I
I don't
still haven't
know.
seen these other ones, but I mean, Irishman to me so far is so boring. I don't know. I don't know how I'm ever gonna finish that. There's so many movies to watch.
Just a few minutes at a time. It'll last you about 4 years.
You know the secret to a long marriage? Just don't get divorced. But yeah, I don't think I could. Can't do it.
But what else about the Oscars? Anything else? Joaquin won Best Actor.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Whatever. I mean,
It's a good opinion.
I don't know, dude. Like, it's just he's doing.
He's just being ridiculous. Just a lot of dancing. There's a lot of dancing in that movie I could have done without.
Yeah, it didn't mean anything. I don't know. I guess it meant something, but it just like someone really broke it for me when I heard that they said that that award usually goes to who does the most acting, like who does like the most ridiculous, like gets thin or gains weight or just does such an eccentric, like very over the top, like not very natural. Like no one in real life acts like that. Really, like I mean, there's probably weird people, but like very, very, very small amount of people.
The
act
laughing,
like that. Yeah,
the crying.
It always goes to someone who gives like a really unrealistic performance, and like he did the most of that. So good for him. Again, his acting is good. It's just the movie isn't. So I guess I'm glad that he at least got recognized for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, dude. I just don't care. I'm just like whatever. It's kind of like
So he joins. I don't know if he joins, but basically, it's another actor to receive an award for acting for the same character.
yeah.
Heath Ledger and Joaquin have both gotten an Oscar for being the Joker.
And is the only other time The Godfather,
I think so.
where they both played
Vito Corleone
yeah.
or Don Corleone. Robert De Niro, and Marlon Brando.
Nice.
Yes. Apparently, Marlon Brando put cotton in his cheeks to make them puffier and make him talk that way. Or something like that.
Man, that was great.
Or whatever.
What do you think? Like anything
About Joaquin, I heard his speech was wild. I heard he said something about appreciating life and the goat milk or like the trees or something. He like said some really hippie stuff during his speech apparently.
Okay.
I don't know. I would have given it to probably Tom Hanks. I think I said that on our award show that's who I picked. I would have given it to him, or even Damon or Bale, or Daniel Craig in Knives Out. I think basically all four of those people did a better job than Joaquin. It's not that Joaquin did a bad job. I guess it's just I don't know. Like especially watching it on the CinemaSins, I guess he really highlights just the amount of times where he just like does that laugh or that cry, and it's just really slow, man. Just watching a guy goes, be crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
So. The chick who got Best Supporting Actress was from A Marriage Story, and I don't really know her that well. Renee Zellweger got Best Actress for Judy, a movie that was in theaters for literally a blink. Parasite, Best Director. Parasite, Best Original Screenplay. And then, this is an interesting tidbit. Best Supporting Actor was Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time. And honestly, I don't hate that.
Okay, that seems like a good pick. I thought you were going to say, is he a supporting actor?
No, I mean, I guess he is. Yeah, he is. So I don't hate that pick. I don't know who the supporting actor is between Damon and Bale. I would guess Bale in Ford Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
I would say he'd be another solid pick for that award. And then I guess maybe the dude that was the second character in Mr. Rogers. Whatever. But yeah, you can give it to Pitt. I don't know if he's even won that award before, how many Oscars Brad Pitt has. But I'm assuming he has.
What would it be for, though?
Yeah. That's worth a
No.
Google in its own. I don't think, but I'll Google that in a second. So let me just finish off these other awards while I'm Googling that. Best animated feature, Toy Story 4. Don't hate that.
What else is gonna win?
Yeah, I don't know. Best original best original music score was The Joker. Do you remember anything about the music in that movie?
Yeah, I remember it was very sad when he was dancing in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know. Honestly, that probably should have gone to Avengers.
Which one?
Wait, no, that's not
Soundtrack?
original. Wait, no, that should have gone to Avengers.
Which one?
What is it called? Portals. It's basically they stretch like the theme and they match it with like the theme of Captain America and they merge them together. It's at the very end of the movie where he's about to die. Or it looks like he's
And you
about to
think
die.
that should be best original music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on the movies I've seen. I'm sure there's other way better things.
Yeah.
Wait, best original score or best
Yeah.
original music?
Yeah, music score.
Okay.
It says music score.
Okay. So not like song or anything. So all right, yeah.
I guess not. And then best adapted screenplay went to Jojo Rabbit, which, as far as I'm understanding, that's like a Nazi movie, isn't it, or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a comedy, but it's apparently very well done.
I'll have to watch it because it was up for best picture as well. Never saw it. Best cinematography and best visual effects went to 1917. Not surprised. Did you ever see it?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. Just, I mean, the way it's shot and the suspense is probably the best part of the movie, but just really not a whole lot happens. That's why I don't care for it that much.
Do you think another movie should have won it? Special effects?
Oh,
Star
yeah,
Wars?
maybe not. No, I mean, yeah, sure. I don't know. I don't really care about the award. I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
about the movie was kind of eh. Like, to me, I think I said this on our show too. It's just a better Dunkirk, but that doesn't make it great just because it's better than Dunkirk.
Yeah.
It was still lacking. Best sound mixing also 1917. So man, they really cleaned up their shitty awards. Best production design went to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Best film editing went to Ford versus Ferrari. Best makeup and hairstyling went to Bombshell. Best sound editing went to Ford Ferrari.
That's like almost sexist. Best like hair, whatever.
Yeah, it's
and
like-
it goes to the movie with all women,
Women,
starring.
yeah.
I thought of a really sexist joke today. Like
I'd love to hear it.
you have like a wife or whatever.
Yeah.
And like you have her in your phone, and you call her on her cell.
Okay.
And no one picks up, and then your buddy's like, "Well, get a hold of her," and he's like, "All right, I'll try her work," and her work number is just like a house phone you keep in the kitchen.
That's the joke.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, okay.
I thought it'd be really funny. If imagine if you saw that in a show, like how funny that would be. It's like, oh, don't worry, I'll call her on her work number, and it just like pans over to her like answering the kitchen phone.
Wow. Yeah. That's
Nothing?
That's good. That's good.
I mean, give it to me. Isn't that
yeah,
good?
no. I mean, it just needs. I guess it needs to. The premise. It's like a premise right now.
Yeah, it's a premise. It's not really a joke. I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Back to what we were talking about. What else? What else?
Okay,
you got?
so I just went back to Brad Pitt. I mean, do you agree, disagree with anything that's happened here? I mean, you
They're
haven't even
all
seen any of these
BS
movies.
awards.
Okay.
I have more of a question overall.
Okay.
What does it say about us that we haven't seen any of these movies?
I've seen most of them, or I've seen 4 or 5 of them.
We haven't seen like the majority of these movies.
Just lack of time. I mean, I wanted to see Parasite
And Bombshell
and Bombshell.
you
Yeah,
know, all these movies. Like, what does that say? Like, why do you think that is?
because the Oscars told me to.
No, why do you think we haven't seen it?
Lack of access. What do
yeah.
you think the answer is?
I don't know. I just don't think I care about it. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
don't like these kind of movies. Don't appeal to me.
I mean, I just have so much stuff to watch that I might as well watch the stuff that people claim is the best.
That's true. But
Skip all the garbage.
if I want to watch something slow and boring, I can just do it at home. I think that's where it usually comes in.
Yeah, well, I wanted to watch Parasite on Plex, but it wasn't there yet.
Give it time, it'll get there.
Yeah, no, it will. This was like a week ago. So I don't know what's going on here, but it claims that Brad Pitt. Oh, there's a whole like website for it, but it looks like he on 12 Years a Slave.
I didn't think so. Why? You're saying that's what he wanted for?
Claiming. Let's see. Has screen presence taken over our hearts and lives since the 90s. He's only recently won an Oscar for his acting in Best Supporting Actor for his role Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Previously, he won Best Picture in 2014 for being one of the producers in 12 Years a Slave.
Oh, producer.
Here we track Pick's long history, blah, blah, blah.
Nothing.
Yes, I mean, I guess this thing's right. This little thing I had earlier. So basically, he got Best Supporting Actor, and he was a producer on 12 Years a Slave. Other than that, he's been nominated for Best Picture in The Big Short, Moneyball, Best Actor nominated in Moneyball, Best Actor nominated in Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Best Supporting Actor nominated in 12 Monkeys. So yeah, not a ton.
Makes sense, though. He's not really in the Oscar kind of movies usually.
Yeah, I guess Fight Club didn't get him any nods.
That's surprising because I feel like that's one of his better roles.
Yeah, but so anyway, in Hollywood, he was good. It's just that movie's, I don't know.
Well, how would you feel if that movie got the award for Best Editing?
I
I
mean,
bet you'd be pissed. Like that's like one of those smaller awards.
I don't know if I'd hate the editing.
What would you? I thought you said it was too long.
Yeah, way too long. Yeah, I guess they could have edited it by cutting half of it out, but like, I don't know.
I thought that would have upset you more. Any other thoughts on the Oscars?
Do you?
No, I don't care.
You still need to see Hollywood.
I do. I really need to get around to it. It's just I
might watch it with you if you ever watch it, but you got to watch it.
Maybe this weekend.
Well, I don't want to waste this weekend. Let's save it for like a Tuesday night.
This
no,
is
I'm just
what
kidding.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll dig. We'll find.
I mean, let's like watch it in the background of like sports or something.
Oh yeah, I'm down. Sports,
Guy stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Chicken wings, beer, catered.
Okay. As long as it's guy stuff. All right, so we're gonna go to rap reviews.
Yes.
Right? So for the new Eminem album, Music to Be Murdered By.
Yeah.
You got some more thoughts on it?
No.
Right, well, let's get wrap it
this
up then.
random Meek Mill song called Sparkles, right?
Oh, we're not even going to the Eminem album.
Well, I will
my
in a
bad.
second. So I would listen to Spotify. I would hit like songs. I have like over 8,000, so I'm trying to like
Jeez.
clear them out, because I don't like that many songs. And this one, random songs would come on, and I'd be like, "This is garbage," and I'll unlike it. And this song by Meek Mill called "Sparkles" came on, and it opens up with 50 bottles of Ciroc. Tell the waiter to make it sparkle. 50 bottles of rosé. Tell him bring the sparkles. So he rhymes sparkles with sparkles, and 50 with 50, and bottles with bottles. Next line: 50-carat diamond chains just to see it sparkle. So we rhyme sparkle 3 times now.
And 50.
And 50. When we love the acting, love that it looked like a car show. I don't even know what that means. But he said sparkle 3 times. And I thought it was hilarious. And I was like, this is how I know I need to delete this song. It was like just in 10 seconds of the first verse.
But you just gave it a shot because it was Meek Mill, I guess?
Well, I don't know. I hadn't listened to it yet.
You need to hear everything?
I didn't hear all of it. I just heard that line. I was like, okay, I'm going to unlike this song and skip it.
Consume the content.
They're consuming a lot. And then, yes, back to the rap game.
And you
now.
deleted it, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said. I unliked it, yeah. It's a great song, though, if you ever get the chance. Oh, I didn't look up that song. Okay, so then I saw this, like, Snapchat story. World Star posted an article that I had to screenshot it because I thought it was so funny. Lil Pump just threatened to quit hip-hop. Oh, no.
No, yeah, what a blow to the industry.
Oh, like, what a story. Like, this is front page of World Star. And it's like, who cares? Like, I think at this point in time, like, Lil Pump has to threaten to quit hip-hop just to see if people care anymore. Like, he's just such a bad artist. He's in this slew of bad artists that only stay relevant for, like, maybe
Memes.
2 years. And memes and, like, being stupid.
What is this hit song? I'm sorry.
Gucci Gang. Still, probably.
Oh.
Garbage, though. And, like, I don't know. I just think it's hilarious that, like, garbage rappers like him just constantly have to do this because they can't put out consistent music and none of it's good. So they have to be like, oh, dude, the rap game's trash. No, I'm, like, quitting, bro.
I'm putting you on the spot here, but has he come out with anything recently?
Yeah, sorta. Not really, no.
No albums? No
I don't think
mixtapes?
so.
Nothing?
I don't think so.
Why?
Because he sucks. He's had,
Everybody
like,
needs to get on Gucci Mane's level, where it's an album
Drop
every month.
Every month, yeah. Woptober 7. I don't know, dude. I'm telling you, he's just garbage. He's like all these guys. They come out with one album, they get famous, and then they just like I don't know. I'm not an actual artist. You just like me goofing around. Now I have to do that again, or now I have to be deep. I don't know what to do.
Just keep doing it. Run it into the ground.
He's got singles. He's got 2020 single, or he's got a 2019 single that's got remixed this year. Basically featured on some stuff. He had his, I guess, debut album come out 2019. It was garbage, dude. A lot of singles. But yeah.
What else you got?
Yep.
Nice.
I screenshotted it. I just gotta find it. It's great content.
Consume, create.
So on the Eminem song "No Regrets," he dropped the best line about bowling that I've probably ever heard in a rap song. Do you know the line I'm talking about?
Vaguely, but I can't say it.
Right. So, giving up, no comprende, 10 brain, probably fucked in the membrane, Slim Shay, minds in the gutter, but insane, pin game like I struck in the 10th frame. So, he's talking about his mind's in the gutter, which is also a gutter reference to bowling. He says pin game, as in like him writing stuff, but also like
nice.
bowling pin. And then he's talking about striking in the 10th frame, the last strike, bowling. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's good. Well, it's good. And that was pretty much it. And then I've apparently listed in the top 2% of Eminem fans on Spotify worldwide, so.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
If I use Spotify, I wonder if I can be in the 1%, honestly.
I don't know. You're kind of behind. You're going to have to catch up to my level at this point.
I have one. I want to put one out there for my will. Where let's see, where should I start here? Time to start throwing some shade. This time I'm shutting the blinds because when I'm looking at y'all shit, it's no wonder it's why I need a visor because y'all are just sons of my eyes. Love that.
Fantastic one.
It's a triple entendre with his name being shady, throwing shade as in like insulting, and then shade in his eyes, and then he uses like y'all are just sons of my eyes, as if like I'm looking at the sun.
But also you're my kids.
So good, dude. And shutting the blinds on someone like as in to throw shade on them, like it's so good.
It's a fantastic song.
I don't know, man. That's just amazing.
How you can come up with all this shit.
Yes, dude. Like he still has nothing to rap. Like people are right about it. He has nothing to rap about. But he's like he just does like all these weird like entendres and weird ways to put words together.
Yeah.
By the way, I saw like Royce da 5'9" talked about his least favorite and most favorite Eminem albums. You want to take a guess at what they are? You say no. I mean,
Yeah, no, not really. His favorite is Marshall Mathers LP1.
close.
Oh, it's Eminem Show?
No.
Some Shady?
Yeah.
That's his favorite?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's on it.
Oh, fag.
I don't know if that's the answer.
Is that really his answer, though?
Yeah, it was Slim Shady's his
And then his
favorite.
least favorite's Relapse or Encore?
Revival.
Revival's his least favorite? Why would he say that?
I don't know. They must be that cool. Like, I can't imagine.
That's not the worst one. Infinite.
Went to hell when I was Infinite. Yeah. Other than Infinite, is it the worst one? I don't know. Probably. I don't know. Encore is really. You tired
Excuse
over
me.
there?
Yeah, I'm tired. Revival had some great moments, though. I love, and so many good bars. I love Heat. Love Offended and Framed. And, I mean, even though they're kind of slow and I don't listen to them all the time, Rose and
Castle.
Castle, yeah. Believe, Chloroseptic. I listened to Chloroseptic the other day. It had a bar on there I wanted to look at.
Love it and the remix. Honestly, it's probably not as weak as. I would say it's probably not as weak as Encore. Encore is probably my least favorite.
Yeah,
or like
exactly.
the weakest overall album.
So that's what you think?
I would think that, but I don't really hate the Revival pick. I just don't. I like how like they're best friends and they're pretty good friends from what it looks like, and they're doing all these albums and collaborations together, and they're on the same label and everything. And he like says what his, I guess, least favorite isn't really dissing, you know.
Yeah.
Like we
but
all
I
have a
can't-
least favorite flavor of Propel, so you know what I mean.
True. It's a
Least-
fantastic hydrating flavored water.
Least favorite type of candy. I don't know.
Least favorite type of candy.
Yeah, you know, something that's like it's usually all good. You know, you just or pizza. You know, like you can have
No,
a least
there's
favorite
bad
type.
candy. Yeah, you're right.
You've had bad pizza?
Oh, all the time. If it's got shit on it.
Where are you eating shit-covered pizza? Is what I want to know.
Yes.
You gonna find this verse?
Yes, right here at the beginning. So, the very beginning of the song, he says, "Instinctive nature to bring the anguish to the English language. With this ink, you haters get wrote on like a piece of paper. This rap shit got me traveling place to place. You barely get to leave. You barely leave your house because you're always stuck at your pad. It's stationary." So a lot of writing there, writing references, play on words with writing in your house.
Words, songs,
Yes.
rhythm, music, tunes.
And he says, yeah, that's why when I brainstorm, gotta write it out. So like he's talking about write out the storm, like you would write out a storm.
Oh wow! I never.
But then
picked
he's
that up
talking
until you
about
said that.
but then he's talking about brainstorming, like as in you write stuff down, like he's got to write it out. And so like you write down a bunch of shit when you're brainstorming. So yeah, I thought that was very nice.
I've never put that together. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was dope. And then that's that. I don't think I have anything else there.
All right, so we just saw a movie tonight.
Did we?
Yes, if you want to call it a movie.
A feature film?
Yes. And when we went to go see the movie, we went to the person working the ticket stand. And literally it haunted me for like probably 30 minutes after she said it. But she was literally like, yeah, here you go. You want to pick your seat or whatever? And I was like, yeah, like I'll sit wherever. And she's like, do you want to?
Sit next to him or
You
sit
wanna-
across the room?
I'll sit across the room. And then she was like, yeah, don't worry. No one's going to this movie.
So you guys can do whatever you want.
She works there and was like, yeah, no one's seeing this movie.
She assured us that we were the only ones seeing this movie. No one else would be disturbing us. We could do whatever we wanted and sit wherever we wanted.
And the movie was Sonic.
Oh, if you didn't know, yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog. Directed by Jeff Fowler.
I've never heard of that person.
Starring Ben Schwartz, James Marsden, and Jim Carrey. We were talking about James Marsden as Great Value, Bradley Cooper, or Brendan Fraser. Pick a name, and he is the worst version of that. Most known for Hairspray, X-Men, Enchanted, and 27 Dresses.
Well, I don't really like almost any of those movies, so.
They are bad. He played Teddy Flood in Westworld, HBO series.
That's what I've seen him in. Okay.
Yes.
Now I remember where I've actually seen him. Any general thoughts you want to get before we get into the specifics of the movie?
So, right off the bat, not good.
All
What
right,
do
that's a
you
wrap,
think?
ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for tuning in. What do you think?
Dude, that was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Ever, though?
Yes, dude. I haven't seen a movie that bad in forever. I can't even remember the last time I saw a movie.
Do you
this
think the
bad.
girl at the ticket counter saw it? Like, how do you think she knows it's so bad?
I don't know, dude. I think
She was
just-
determined to poop on us.
I know. Like, even with probably her job at stake, it probably says somewhere in her job, like, hey, you can't diss a movie that someone's going to go see. She felt the need to say that to us.
She wanted you to know.
And I don't think she was wrong because
It, like, totally brushed over his home planet right from the beginning. Like, right in the beginning, it's just like, hey...
it's a great place to live or whatever.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he just lives in the place that you've seen in the video game, and he's small, and...
I don't know if I
he's-
necessarily hate it, but it's something that I've seen in a lot of movies where they start at the end and then go all the way back to the beginning and then get back to the end. And I really don't know if it benefits anything, honestly. Just to begin the movie with an action scene. I mean, I don't. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, they...
Or were they like,
They-
dude, we
they-
need 5 more. We need 5 more minutes. It's like, no, dude, we're not filming anymore. Like, it's too bad. I won't ask the actors to come back to film. It's like, just
What do they
take the
need 5
end.
more minutes for?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just take the end and put it at the beginning and put a generic dialogue over it.
They do it in Pain and Gain.
Yep. They do it in a lot of movies, dude.
Oh.
I never really feel like it's ever added.
What do you think attracted Jim Carrey to this project more than anything else? Because I found the reasoning on IMDb's Fun Facts.
Honestly, dude, like real talk, he's a messed up individual. I know he's like really messed up mentally.
Yeah. That's
So-
the thing, though. Like, he was on Seinfeld's, Comedians in Cars or whatever. He's, like, the first episode. And, like, he seemed crazy, but, like, not that crazy.
No,
But
dude.
then on
I
the
think
Jim and Andy documentary, he seemed pretty crazy.
he's really off the wall, like bonkers. And I know his like he was married to, I can't remember her name, but he was married to a woman who was like also kind of crazy, and then she died.
Yeah.
And then someone made not a joke, but made the mistake of talking about his wife as if, she was still alive, like right after it happened. And it was some reporter. And the look on his face was just like, I don't know. He just looked like, I think since then he hasn't really recovered from it. And I just think
Yeah. I forgot they did mention his wife, yeah.
the last thing he was in Dumb and Dumber 2.
Yeah.
Which is weird
Awful.
because I feel like he really got tired of doing comedies. Then he did that movie, and that makes sense in a way because it's like they probably paid him a crap ton of money. It's a really beloved first movie,
Right.
so it makes a lot of sense that they would try to do it again. And again, they wait 45 years too late to do a sequel to a comedy.
You think that goes down as one of the worst sequels ever made?
I've never seen it.
You never saw it.
All the way through, I've never seen it. I've definitely picked up parts of it on the TV. I've watched the first one a bunch of times. I love the first one. Worst sequels ever made? I don't know. It's up there.
It's up there.
But
I never saw Zoolander 2, though.
yeah, I never saw that either. I don't know. The first one really didn't do it for me.
That's why the second one's probably way worse, because the first one was barely good.
I don't know. If we thought about it, we could think of some really bad sequels. But yeah,
Rush Hour 3.
Yeah, that's true. But that one's still decent.
These.
Yeah, that's all right. Anyway, back to Jim Carrey. Yeah,
What attracted Jim Carrey to this project more than anything else was that his daughter was a big fan of the Sonic the Hedgehog games
of course.
growing up.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how they got him. Hey, we'll give your daughter like access to all these things and let her be on set. And she was probably in the movie at some point and probably meant a lot to her. And I'm not knocking him for it. Kind of makes you a good dad, I guess. But it's at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I just hate that you're doing so little acting, and that like this is your most recent movie.
Is it sad that he was my favorite part of the movie, though?
No, he definitely was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, okay.
But he
making sure.
wasn't even.
Because he fit the role pretty well. He was pretty wacky like he needed to be. And all of that was fine. There was just a few times where he would like basically get insulting. And it was just a stretch. Like what he was saying like just really didn't make any sense.
No, and it took too long. And it felt like.
It was really forced.
I don't even know how to put it, but I'm going to try to do it anyway. It's funny that they shout out to Naked Gun. They showed Naked Gun in the movie, which is a very obscure reference.
Yeah, they're just like chilling on the couch, and that's their movie of choice that night was Naked Gun.
Which is interesting.
What was the movie before that?
Speed.
Speed with
Reeves,
Keanu, yeah.
Which makes more sense. But honestly, the way the comedy worked in this movie and everything, it seemed like everyone was in a Naked Gun movie, but the editing was off. It seemed like every joke didn't land because of like, it just didn't add up. Like people were being too serious and then too funny, or trying to be too silly other times. This was weird, man. Like I feel like no jokes ever landed because of just how weirdly it was done.
Yeah.
And the jokes weren't even like that bad. Some of them were not even that bad, but none of them worked. None of the jokes worked.
Yeah.
I don't think I laughed one time during the entire movie at something that wasn't you.
Right.
Because after something stupid would happen and neither one of us would laugh, you would literally yell out, "Ha!" and that would kill me.
Yeah, I mean, the jokes were bad. Like, yeah, the timing was bad. I think they were, like, writing it in a way to where they're like, hey, we're going to do the same jokes that everybody does in every bad movie, but we're going to try to write them like we're smart. And it didn't come off that way. All of them were pretty bad. The interracial couple being forced down our throat was
Interesting.
Interesting, yeah. The relationship he has with Sonic, where Sonic's just like instantly being a big baby about everything that he does and making him help him, and the next thing you know, in like 2 days or less, they're automatically best friends. Like,
Yeah.
their whole relationship was forced.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you guys are like best friends. You're like adorable, and they're like, no,
No,
we're
we're
guy
not.
stuff. We're guys.
And then in the same car ride, he's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm actually gonna move to San Francisco and have a better job and probably make some more money and
Just really better myself. What? You traitor!
You're leaving this town? Oh, and then like he just disses him a bunch. He's like, "I'll leave, just like you always do." And I'm like, "What do you mean you always do? You just heard about this 5 minutes ago."
You just met.
It's forced. But yeah, I don't know. Things I like about the movie, Jim Carrey. Sometimes. I mean, he can only do so much. I feel, and he's doing like a weird Ace Ventura kind of thing, And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But everyone else, it doesn't work almost at all ever, including Sonic.
Sonic. Yeah, I didn't like the guy that played Sonic.
Guy does not Ralph Macchio, but something like that. It's John Ralphio off of Parks and Rec.
John Ralphio.
He's actually hilarious in Parks and Rec.
Ben Schwartz.
Yeah.
Guy's That's hilarious. Right. We looked him up the other day. Yeah, Parks and Rec. Yep. John Ralphio. Yeah. Sonic though.
He does a decent job, but he's always talking, like always, and he always has something to say. He's like Spider-Man times like 5. You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
Because like Spider-Man's always like
always,
making quips and stuff, and always doing these things, but he
yep.
does that literally like 5 times more, and it's too much.
And it's not good.
No, it's
He's
not
like,
good either. But yeah, I was trying to say things I liked. Whenever they went super slow and it was, everything was stopped or whatever, and he was moving around.
A lot of slow motion.
That was fun. I would say it was like, I actually got my attention.
Yeah.
Whenever everything stopped and he's going around the bar and kicking everybody's butt, like
kicked everybody's butt. And then like fun. when it went back to normal speed, it was like, haha, everybody fell and ate shit. Like, that was good. The action was decent, but I feel like the CGI was kind of weird. Like them acting for him, like their interaction with CGI Sonic was, it's just weak, not really believable. Like just for comparison, like in Detective Pikachu was a lot better.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen that movie either.
You're supposed to be a content consumer, Reagan. I mean, how are we supposed to create these episodes if you don't watch the stuff?
I'm bettering myself on the creation side, not on the consuming side.
See, I used to be lacking in consumption, and now I'm overflowing.
I'll work on it. Other notes here. I don't know.
There's a lot of product placement.
Yeah, that's literally what I put here. Star Wars reference to start the movie, literally within 3 minutes.
Yeah. Within 2 seconds, it's like, hey, we're going to reference movies that are better than our movie. She's my Obi-Wan Kenobi. And he's familiar with that, but he's not familiar with other things. The only example we can ever remember is Bucket List, but there was other things where he's like, what's that?
Telephone. He didn't know what a payphone was.
Right.
But he knows what a cell phone is.
And he's seen all these movies, like you would think. Like the only time you ever see payphones anymore nowadays are in movies.
I'm pretty sure they use one in Speed.
Mm-hmm.
In the Keanu, they probably use one in Naked Gun too.
Yeah.
Honestly, they probably do.
Yep. Exactly.
It's ridiculous. They definitely do because he uses it at the docks whenever he's telling them about everything. Yep. So right there, boom, stupid. Exactly. Let's see what else. Zillow. They literally threw Zillow out there.
Yeah,
which is
like they say it too as if it's a product placement.
And it's not really that big of a brand, but it's so awkward to bring it up because it's just like, why?
Are you already looking up apartments? Yeah, of course I'm using Zillow.
And then they show the computer to monitor perfectly in the screen for like. There's a guy on set working for Zillow. He's like, all right, that's good. Thanks, guys. I got everything I needed.
Got a good shot of that.
Make sure they show it. Yeah, thanks, man. Olive Garden was in there twice. They said the slogan.
When you're here, you're family.
They said the slogan.
How much money did Olive Garden pay for that to be in the script?
I don't know, dude, but that
ridiculous. Some of the worst product placement I've ever seen.
They said the slogan.
Yeah.
And then they showed the logo and a gift card to there.
Yeah, why would a government guy give a dude that was wanted for domestic terrorism, who basically killed, in their mind, probably killed the dude that they hired. Why would they reward him with a $50 Olive Garden?
One of their
gift
top
card?
scientists.
Yeah.
And he had something to do with the alien creature, and they don't even interrogate him or see where that guy's at. And then, on top of that, what a waste of money. You flew out your top government guy and a whole security team in the background all the way over there for him to give him an Olive Garden certificate and then turn around?
Yeah, and then like kind of peeking the door because he's like looking for Sonic and like, he doesn't even try.
Is that the extent of your
search?
Investigating?
Because they literally walk in the living room. Sonic's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
They almost saw me, but thank God this movie needs to end.
Yeah, what was it? In the very beginning of the movie, he's like, yeah, this planet's great because, I don't have to go to school. He goes, well, really, there is no school. It's like, okay, well, how does he know about the existence of school then?
If there is no school.
But then it's like, okay, well, maybe he's seen movies. But then it's like he didn't know payphone and bucket list. And then he was obsessed with the bucket list, and they check off like 5 things on a bucket list while at a bar.
And he spies on them all the time, but he's a sheriff with his name on it, and he calls him Donut Lord. He doesn't know his first name after spying on him.
You would think.
If I was stalking someone, I'd know their first name.
You would hope, but you pointed out a good thing too. They like recreated his Sonic cave in the bedroom.
Perfectly.
Perfectly, yeah. They got all this stuff. It's like, how'd they know where the cave was?
And they were able to do it in a day without him. What was he doing for that whole day? Where was he at? How would he not have noticed? He's really fast. He can do almost anything. Why would that be a factor at all? Also, the entire movie could have been solved by a simple handing him an iPhone.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get to San Francisco. I don't know
Here's
how to get
a map, yeah.
Here's a map to the building.
Yeah.
It'll literally point you that direction.
He could have map quested it for him and given it to him on a piece of paper, if that's still a thing. I'm sure it is. But, like, yeah, it makes no sense. The fact that they had to drive and he's, like, running out of the car and doing other things, like, while they're driving. And it's like, yeah, he definitely could have just gotten there on his own.
Yeah.
Got his silly rings. And the sister made no sense. Like, literally, the sister is just begging her sister to get a divorce from this guy to his face. Like, who does that? Like,
I don't know.
He's not even that bad a guy. Like, if he was abusive or something, like, if he was literally a scumbag, then yeah. But, like, literally, he's done nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong at all.
He loves her. He has a job. And she's like, oh, yeah, divorce him.
Yeah, he's trying to move up too. He's trying to live in a better city and probably get paid more and try to be more of service to society. How dare he?
Yeah, he's probably using dating apps. It's like, if they're married, she knows if he's using dating apps. Like,
Also, why are you spelling the word divorce out? Is that a bad word to say? Your kid is right there, and your kid is clearly old enough to spell. Where's your husband at?
Where is her husband at?
Clearly, she doesn't have one. I looked at her hand. She has no ring on her finger. And I don't want to nitpick it, but she's living in San Francisco in that nice of a house. That's like $1 million house. How is she affording it? She's definitely not going to work. Why did they leave her tied up all day? Why is the kid not letting her go? That's pretty messed up. How did they tie her up so good that she couldn't get out of it?
Yeah, it looked like she could easily just stand up and like.
It looked like someone took like one of those stretchy rubber bands from the gym and tied her to a chair, and I was like, I'm pretty sure almost anyone could get out of that if they really wanted to.
Yeah. She probably could have lost 10 pounds from not eating for 5 minutes and slipped right out of those ropes.
Nice, boom, roasted. Also, they sponsored Amazon.
Yeah, they did have an Amazon in there.
And it was like, oh, it's crazy how Amazon's going to be able to send these right to your front door. And I'm like, what? Who is not paying you? I don't know. He didn't use his rings in the cave when the robots came for him because he's like, oh, no, they're nearby. But, I mean, he had plenty of time.
He had all day.
He's also super fast. He could have just not gathered up crap for 3 minutes. He could have also just ran at the speed of light for 10 seconds, gone somewhere else. Like that park. Or no, there was people at the park. But just like anywhere. The dude's house. Then used a ring. Immediately.
He could have. There's a lot of plot holes.
Plot's got a plot.
Ton of plot holes in this movie. A lot of things didn't add up. Yeah, I don't know. And like, why of all people is he just fascinated with the sheriff?
I don't know. That's a great question too.
Yeah,
What
like-
led him to that? Just because he's eating a donut? How does he know what a donut is, and he doesn't know what a bucket list is?
Or just because the sheriff's the protector of the town, but it's like, I don't know. Kind of a stretch.
Yeah.
The general that I said is always a generic bad guy in every movie. I don't think I've ever seen somebody have a smaller, more worthless part. Especially for an actor that's relatively known. And then, yeah. You have anything else on the movie?
I don't know. It's kind of weird to me whenever... It's weird in general when you wait a long time before giving a character its classic look when you're doing an adaptation of something. Like in Captain Marvel, when they wait so long to give her her actual outfit that is like colored the way it's supposed to be. Why did they wait until the after credit scene to give Dr. Robotnik the way he's supposed to look, you know, with the super long mustache and shaved head? Why did they wait that long? If they're gonna do it, just do it, you know. You don't have to have a reason for it.
Except sequel.
What's exciting about that? Oh, he looks like he's supposed to. They're probably gonna fix every other element that they got wrong
In this movie. Yeah. Do you think they'll make a second?
No, I don't think it made enough money.
Yeah. I doubt it did.
It made like good money, but it didn't make enough. You know what I mean?
Like, they're never going to make a second Shazam.
They
Or
probably
they are.
the only reason they will is because
Black Adam, right?
they're gonna get The Rock, yeah, and that'll make like a bunch of money, and then they'll do a Shazam 2 with The Rock.
Wait, it's going to be just The Rock at first?
They're gonna make a Black Adam movie with just The Rock.
A Black Adam? I thought he was a bad guy.
He is. Black Adam is a bad guy.
So you can have a bad guy movie just where he's a bad guy?
They'll probably make him an anti. They'll probably be a Venom type situation.
Right. Hopefully it's exactly the same and it's also bad.
It'll probably be hilarious about 5 seconds in.
Yeah, this movie was really funny at the beginning. Like, honestly, I died laughing whenever, like, because it was just so quick where, like, the bird's just like, oh, quick, danger, and, like, immediately, like, tries saving Sonic, and, like, they dodge, like, 6 arrows in a row, and then just, like, the 7th one just fucking
Gets him.
gut shot, knocks him out of the sky, and I thought it was hilarious. I started audibly laughing, like, immediately.
Shard jokes. We had a lot of the shard jokes.
Yeah, there was a shark
fart.
joke.
There was a fart in the movie too.
Yeah, there's farting. There's bathroom humor. They pretty much checked all the boxes of like cheap jokes. He came out of the laundry basket. Of course, he has a pair of underwear in his head. I yelled at you in the theater. Did not let me forget to say something about the nunchucks.
I almost forgot, dude. I'm sorry.
I've had enough of nunchucks in movies. Just stop.
Because everyone does one of two things with them.
Hits it in the face, hits it in the nuts.
Yep.
Just stop using nunchucks. It's not funny anymore. Stop putting it in your movie like it's gonna be funny, or like we're gonna laugh, or like no one's done it before. If you're gonna put nunchucks in a movie, you better use them. You better use them right, and like kick some ass. Otherwise, don't put it. Don't put it in there. We've seen it. I don't need to see it anymore. I'm so done with it.
Nothing's new getting done with it.
It's the biggest cliche in movies. Aside from just all the other typical cliches, but like
They had another one where nothing bad could possibly happen, and then he's like, "Hey, whatever, hey, something bad's gonna happen. Look out!" When they're in the bar.
Oh right, yep.
And no one recognizes. No one gets freaked out by how weird he looks because he's wearing a poncho and a hat.
Obviously,
That's a stretch, dude. That's a huge
of course.
stretch.
The whole movie is. Oh yeah, he's 43. What? Okay.
Reference to movie 43.
Is it?
I don't know.
Probably.
Who knows?
They're all great.
Yeah, dude. This was a hard movie to get through. I almost was like, let's walk out of it.
Why, dude? I was never close to that.
Because it was bad, dude.
I was
It
laughing
just-
too hard. That's why.
Okay. I mean, I guess I enjoyed it because, you were not enjoying it.
Yeah. Oh, I slept towards the end there. I was getting really sleepy.
Dude, if I had seen this movie alone, I would have walked out.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And it's short, too, which is even more impressive.
Barely an hour 40.
By about 20 minutes in, I was pretty much done, honestly.
Yeah, the story didn't progress well, ever. Or I mean, there was really no story, but
No. It really wasn't. And it felt longer, honestly. It felt like a longer movie. Which is weird, because I know it wasn't. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just bad, dude. I don't know. You got any other closing thoughts on it?
I mean, where does it fit on the scale?
It's a garbaggio.
Garbaggio.
Yes, dude. Garbaggio, Garbo. Just ass water.
Worst movie. Worse than Angel Has Fallen.
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
Worse than Suicide Squad.
Yeah, wait, but I mean, that's not mine. That's your
What?
thing. I'm trying to think.
You know what's crazy? Because I think I liked it better.
Than Suicide Squad.
And Angel Has Fallen.
Really?
Maybe. It's close on Angel Has Fallen because they're both really funny. They're both good to laugh at. There's a lot of like, it cracks me up with the either bad acting or overacting or just whatever you want to call it. Just people not being good.
And you prefer to see that?
I think it's funny.
It is funny. I don't know.
Trip 20s?
It's just, it was whatever. That's just me, though. I don't know. What about you? What would you give it?
I don't know.
As you fall asleep.
Give it a yawn. Yeah, I forget how bad the yawning sounds on the recording. Sorry about that.
I mean, it's too late. You've done it 15 times during this recording.
I'm so tired, dude. I don't know why. I'm always tired. I blame the schools.
Yeah, blame the schools, dude.
Dude, look at this dart guy, dude. Dart highlights. This is better than Sonic.
Professional badminton, wood carving finals,
Ooh.
car wash Olympics.
International Boxing Day. 2 boxes fighting. SpongeBob.
Nice. Good reference.
I just don't get why. Like, Sonic hasn't been relevant to me in a long time in terms of video games.
When you really look at it, it hasn't really been relative in our lives.
Okay. And then it's like, why take so long to make a movie about it then? And why
Great
make
question.
it so bad?
Why make it nothing like the game? You know?
Yeah.
It's not like the game almost at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Whoa.
As you yawn again.
I'd give it a Garbaggio, I guess. I agree.
Don't be
with
talking
you.
into it. I mean, if you want to give it a low-key Garbo.
I was going to give it a low-key Garbo.
Make your
But
decision.
it is like, it's not even low-key, though. Because, like, the word low-key means, like, we should use low-key more often because it's like most of the movies we see are low-key Garbo.
In the sense that they're
Like, everyone's like, yeah, no, it's pretty good. And it's like, no, it's actually pretty bad. It's like low-key.
You're right. I think we need to rethink.
Reevaluate.
Yeah, rethink how it's said.
Yeah, I think most movies we see are low-key Garbo. So, yeah, I guess this would have to be Garbaggio. It, if it was much worse, I mean, I don't even think it would have made theaters, Straight to video.
Straight to video. What? All right.
It's looking that coma pretty quick.
So tomorrow we're gonna see
Birds.
Birds of Prey. I've already seen it.
And you've already claimed that Birds is better than Sonic.
Yes, and I think that.
Will I agree with that?
Dude. I don't know. It's
You don't
such
know
a
if I
wild card.
agree, yeah.
I honestly don't even want to. I'll make a prediction. I think you will think Sonic is better than Birds of Prey.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at the cast. There's a couple chicks that are decent in this movie. I like Rose Perez. She's got big, light-skinned boobs, so...
No one really looks attractive. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, neither does anybody in Sonic, so...
That's also true. What about the interracialness? The stay woke, go broke.
Stay woke, go broke. She was aight, but, sex scenes are kind of weak.
There were none.
Oh, okay.
But we're in the minority, dude. Like 64% of critics think it's a good movie.
There's no way. There's nothing good about it. It literally made no sense. Like, even the government, when they were like, who should we hire?
93% audience.
No way.
93%.
There's no way. And it's higher than every other movie in there?
Yeah, every single one.
It's
higher than 1970.
There's no way.
It's higher than Parasite.
It's no way. There's no way. That's not.
Insane.
Click on the movie. It's got to be like, just kidding. Like, these ratings are fake.
Maybe it's just 5 people or something. I don't know, dude. It's one of those anomalies. I don't really know what to do with it.
There's no way it's better than every movie on Rotten Tomatoes.
23,000 people
Think it's better than Parasite.
Yes.
I don't understand.
And this movie made way more than Parasite made. And Parasite has less reviews. I don't know, man. It's baffling.
So bad. And I don't get why. Like, even the government guys are like, who are we going to hire to, like, track down this electromagnetic
that scene was weird.
error?
That scene was really weird.
A really weird scene. They're like, no, not this guy. Yeah, no, don't worry, I got him. I know he's the worst and everybody hates him, but I got him for the job. And then, like...
Seems like we're really good at saying what a not is, or whatever.
Yeah, and the government hires this guy, and he gets sent to another world. And the people who send him there, who were previously on the news for domestic terrorism, don't go to jail. Nothing happens. They get an Olive Garden gift card.
And no one knows that they were in the wrong or in the right, or that they stopped a bad guy or anything. Like, nothing like that happened. As far as they know, those people are still fugitives of the law, but they just weren't for some reason. And at the end of the movie, he needs to create one of those rings for him to go through. Why didn't he just throw one to begin with? You know? Like, Sonic had to get all powered up. And then as that was happening, Tom, or whatever his name is, Great Value, Brendan Fraser, ran behind him and threw a ring so that Sonic could push him into it. But why not just throw... He had the bag of rings. Just throw it. Just throw them at him. Why not?
I don't know. Throw Sonic the bag of rings?
No, throw one of the rings at Dr. Robotnik and just get it over with. Because that's what you did at the very end anyway.
Stupid movie.
I agree. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm interested to do a side-by-side comparison of it and Birds of Prey. Probably should be getting to bed since we're going to see the 10:30 a.m. showing of Birds of Prey. I want to make sure we don't miss any of the action or the day.
True.
Don't want to waste it.
You ready?
Yeah. Any final thoughts on Sonic?
It's garbage.
It was garbage. I mean, I'm glad we saw it. I don't know if I'm glad about paying $11 for it because
that was ridiculous.
I feel like they probably spent $12 to make it.
We supported the whole budget.
Yeah. And the whole time, dude, I thought Jim Carrey did Sonic. I don't know why I never realized he was going to be Robotnik till like the final trailer after the movie had already been out. I didn't know he was the bad guy the whole time because they only show like the crappy trailers of Sonic going pew 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 pew.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were zoned in, huh?
It was bad. Worst movie of the year so far?
I mean, I've only seen 2, so yeah.
What was the other one? Birds?
Birds.
You haven't seen 1970?
No. That's all I got, man.
All right, well. For Reagan and Ryan, you guys have a great night.
Heating fucking rat. And it brings up questions. You know, see, Bill, like, you're the new guy. Girlfriend. Why don't you stay in the bar that night I got your numbers? Social security numbers. Everybody's fucking numbers.
Is there something that you just want to go ahead and ask me? Because I'll give you the fucking answer, all right? Frank, look at me. Look at me. I'm not the fucking rat.